she's the most beautiful girl I've ever seen. I love who I am around her, and she brings out the best in me. I'm so grateful every day that I get to marry her.
I always brag about Rohan. He's intelligent, good-looking, selfless, kind-hearted, and a very talented athlete. He never fails to make me feel special.
Court, your dad and I have prayed faithfully for you since you were born, that God will bring just the right man for you to marry. Someone who will love you with all his heart and someone who will encourage you and support you in your faith and help you to be the best version of you. A man who cares for you and cherishes you, who makes you laugh, and a man who you can trust to protect you. Thank you, Rohan, for being that person.
You're my miracle, my sweet contrary, bone dry hysterical, and my wild cherry. This is my favorite dream.
Getting married is the ultimate commitment to someone. It obviously means the world to me. It is the ultimate expression of love, really.
Getting married is important to me because it means I get to spend the rest of my life with the person I love most in the world. I believe marriage is one of the strongest commitments you can make to a person, and I'm very prepared to declare my love and commitment for Rohan in front of all the people that we know.
And we pray for Courtney and Rohan that the love they share today would flourish and grow as they grow closer to you and each other.
Wow. Can I just start with saying that today's been by far the best day of my life. I will never forget the moment when I saw Courtney walk down the aisle.
Finally, to the man of the hour, my husband Rohan. Sounds weird to say now. You look so handsome today.
Such a wonderful couple, a stunning pair, but they're even more so than that. I just couldn't believe Rohan's face when he saw Courtney coming up the aisle was really something special. And we knew Courtney might be something special when Rohan said he'd met this nice girl, but he kept his cards pretty close to his chest. But it soon became apparent that the drive to Shell Harbour was going to become very well known because the car needed servicing much earlier than usual.
I blessed Courtney's life by coming into it 18 years ago on January 3rd, 2001. Now, admittedly, the second most important day of Courtney's life.
Yeah, we haven't heard of best men either. So he couldn't decide between the two of us. Ladies, it goes without saying, you all look stunning. To the single bridesmaids, my number is 0412. So where do I start? Rohan, to see where our friendship began, we'd have to go back a long time. We met in year one, which was 16 years ago.
Courtney, you have made parenting an absolute pleasure. Your easygoing and fun-loving nature has brought so much joy to our lives. Courtney, you made a great choice when you said yes to Rohan.
I remember when Mum was sick in the hospital. She was a little bit high on drugs. And I remember her grabbing my hand and saying, "Courtney, if you don't marry Rohan, I will."
Obviously, just looking at Courtney and I, you can tell we are a lot alike. Our tan skin, our athletic build. Obviously, I'm the sportswoman of the family. Courtney has struggled to keep up for years.
As he grew older, he realised, much to my joy and delight, that he had had enough of team sport and decided athletics was to be his chosen sport. That was definitely one of the best days of my life. That's my friends laughing there. As his dad, I had loved watching him do his best at all the different sports. Now I was to be his coach. It has been an absolute privilege to have come to know Rohan as my athlete as well as my son.
From the moment Courtney was born, she has been our princess and has been suitably spoiled and indulged, mainly by her mum. It says me, but it was really, And Rohan, since we are officially handing over management of Princess Courtney over to you today, we thought we might take the opportunity to give you some tips.
I know exactly the moment that Courtney fell in love with Rohan. Rohan was washing up from dinner and Courtney was tucked under her dad's arm on the lounge watching the Dragons. And I could see, she didn't say it, but I could see this look in her face like, oh yeah, this is the stuff. And it was that moment I thought, she's going to marry this guy. Good on you. Don't listen to all the stuff they're saying. Good on you. You're making good choices. Keep going.
Now, Courtney, I clearly remember the first time Rohan mentioned you. We were playing PlayStation, having a FIFA session at my house. He turned to us, it was half time, and said, oh yeah, there's this cute looking girl I was going to date. And look how far we've come from that day.
One of the joys of my life has been seeing Rohan develop many great friendships. Rohan gets along with just about everyone of all ages and is always genuinely interested in what they're doing. Having had the privilege of getting to know Courtney over the past few years, it's obvious that they share the same values of family and friend.
To be honest, I never thought I would have met the man of my dreams at Western Sydney University, Campbelltown. But sometimes love comes when you least expect it. I certainly never would have expected to meet my future husband in a neuroanatomy lab surrounded by dead bodies with the pungent smell of formaldehyde. But I did.
When I first met Rohan, I thought, this guy is good. Let's see how long he can keep the charade up for. There's no one this polite. There can't be. But having known him for a while now, I realise that he is the real deal. And if not, and you've kept it up for this long, well done, mate, you deserve it. You deserve Courtney. Come on down and share a few words. Let's welcome Rohan, the groom, please.
As she just said, it all began over a dead body. Actually, before our first date, we used to talk a lot on Facebook, but I was really nervous that we'd run out of things to say and that we'd stop chatting, so I would write a list of topics down on a piece of paper next to my laptop, and if I could sense the conversation was coming to an end, I'd just go to the next topic, and and the conversation drew on. It's no secret, and I think they've alluded to it, I fell very hard in love with Courtney over the first few months. But on a more serious note, I'd like to end this speech by raising a toast to my grandma, my pawpaw, who unfortunately passed away about a month ago and couldn't be with us tonight. I will always remember her as a woman who loved her family. So here's to our loved ones. May we treasure every moment with them, just as I have shared so many great moments with you, and just as I will treasure every moment with my beautiful wife, Courtney, for the rest of my life. Thank you.